guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing some brown nails. So I already have my tips glued on, so we're just starting off by cutting them down to a reasonable length. I usually go longer than this when I'm using these tips, but my other tips are coffin shape, but I really wanted to do the square. So if you guys have any tips that you like that are square, clear, and not curved, let me know in a comment down below. It just bothers me how I'm cutting them down so short and wasting the majority of the tip. So I'm just making sure they're all the same length, lining up all the cuticles, and making sure they come to the same length. After I'm done cutting them down, I'm just going to shape them up. And like I said previously, I want that square shape today. So I'm going back and forth. And when I'm shaping a square, I want to make sure that I'm going at a complete 90-degree angle on the sides. And make sure that you do not go under the nail with the hand file. You want to completely go flat against the surface. In some angles on camera, it kind of looks like I'm going under, but make sure you don't go under by any circumstance. And then I'm going back and forth with my hand file on the free edge, making sure it's really straight and flat. And also I'm supporting it with my middle finger and index finger so it doesn't cause me any pain. Anyways, this is what they look like all shaped up. And this is the acrylic I'm going to be using. I'm using the Me Secret Cover Pink and the Me Secret Coffee from the Fruity collection. So right now on my middle finger, I'm just building up the V-cut French tip. So I like to shape up like the triangular part of the V-cut first and then go in with my cuticle beads. So I essentially made the base of the bead wide and then slowly but surely narrowed out the tip. Just so you know, you should actually be starting the tapering part a little bit closer to your nail plate area, so it cuts right into that area. But later on I'm going to fix that and I'm going to show you how I did that. So now that I'm done with the acrylic application, like I said, you should have started the cut closer to the nail plate area. So because I mistakenly made it a little bit too wide and clunky, I'm going to make sure it's a little bit more narrow by taking my scissors and cutting off the excess acrylic while it's still wet. You should work a little bit faster than I was doing because on the other side it kind of set already, so it already got hard, so it was definitely difficult to remove that part, but I got most of it off, so I was able to file whatever excess was on the tip. And I'm repeating this process to the ring finger, except I kind of learned my lesson and I'm not going to need to use the scissor technique. So while those fingers are setting, I'm going in with my index finger with the coffee color, and I'm just doing 2 beads, and I'm making 1 big bead to cover like the middle / the tip, and then after that going in with the cuticle bead. So you also want to be conscious that dark acrylic colors often stain your natural nail and your skin. So if you're planning on keeping these nails, you should do a clear layer of acrylic on your natural nail just to create like a barrier between the acrylic and your nail. And also you want to be super careful with the acrylic, make sure it doesn't get on the skin. I really like this color. It doesn't marble unlike the other acrylics in the Fruity collection. But the one thing that is a problem is that it doesn't have a lot of acrylic in it. It's mostly pigment, and because of that, it doesn't have as much strength as normal acrylic. So you definitely have to add a clear layer on your natural nail so there's no lifting, and also you have to encapsulate it so it's less likely to break. So after I'm done encapsulating, I'm going back to the V-cut French tips, and I'm just cleaning up the shape with my hand file. And after that, we're going to fill in the empty spaces with the brown acrylic. So while you're filling it in, it's perfectly fine for it to not be perfectly clean, because we're going to go in, file it, and remove all that excess. So now that we're done with all of our acrylic application, we're just going to file and shape the nails, and I'm using my JPACO 100 nail grit file. So to smooth out the nail, I'm using my Vuitton drill and my McCart safety drill bit. It's in the grit, what is it? Extra fine. And I'm just smoothing out the nail. I'm going around the cuticle area, even though it doesn't make that large of a difference because it is a safety bit. So you are going to have to go in with a bit that is flat so you can get tight around that cuticle area. So here's the reveal of the V-cut French tip. So this is what I was talking about earlier. Since we're filing off that excess, you can see all that nice clean nail bed. As long as you file it, it will be completely fine. So now to get around the cuticle area, I'm going in with my sanding band. I don't know what grit this is, so I'm sorry about that. So I used to use, not used to, but the other time I used my Pana medium grit flat top to get around the cuticle area, but then I left so many rings of fire, basically indents on my natural nail. So that's really bad. They were super, super deep, but surprisingly they didn't hurt. Anyways, now I'm like buffing out the nails using this hand file. I know this is a less coarse hand file than my other one, but I don't know the number, so I apologize for that. I think it's like 120 something. So I'm just buffing out all the scratches and stuff, and then I'm going in with my pink buffer and I'm just going to really smooth it out. So this is what it looks like all filed and buffed. They look really good. So I'm going to apply my Louis Vuitton sticker. Actually, I made a mistake when doing it. Basically, I added my sticker to my index finger, then I applied top coat. But I was actually not supposed to do that because, as you can see, the nails look super ashy. But there's like a clear part to the sticker, so it basically covered that ashy part, and you can see that ashy part. And I don't know how to explain it, but the top coat wasn't getting under the sticker, obviously. So you definitely want to top coat first, or base coat first, and then put on your sticker. So as you can see here, the gel is wet, so I'm just applying it and whatever. And by the way, this is the Ohuhu glossy top coat, and it's really good. I really like it. Now I'm taking my strawberry blossom cuticle oil and going around the cuticles, and then I'm going to rub that into the skin, and then we're all done. So this is the finished product. I really love these nails. Brown is really in right now, so I'm really loving it. comment down below any questions, comments, concerns, whatever. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.